Manufacturing, why diversify from your strengths of real estate and finance?
Well, if you go back to our structure as an investment company, Ayala Corporation, our reason for being is basically looking at industries, seeing where disruption is taking place, and having a chance to overweight investments in that sector. We did it once in the telecom industry. We've done it in the public utility space. Once upon a time, of course, we did it in real estate and banking, which are more traditional businesses for us. So we're seeing a shift taking place, particularly in the automobile sector. A massive shift is taking place from, I guess, the coming to an end of the industrial combustion engine and the move to electronics as the main driver, I guess, of cars. We happen to have a number of automotive assets in our portfolio. We've been dealers, manufacturers for a number of car brands up to now, Volkswagen, Honda, Isuzu. And we had an electronic manufacturing arm that basically had been catering about 50% of the business to that new sector taking place. So we said, let's overweight the sector, let's take advantage of the disruption taking place, and let's build a portfolio around this space.
So when you say let's overweight, how big do you want to be? Will it be as big as your other businesses in finance and real estate?
Well, everything has its own momentum. It's like an organism that grows. You allocate capital. If the capital gets used properly, then you put more capital behind it. We've committed about $150 million to this new sector now. We've actually bought a couple of medium-sized companies in Germany, one in visual displays, another one in car molding, to be able to be a tier one player in the automobile space, and we're supporting that with the expertise we have on the electronics side. So we're making a bet in that industry. We're already manufacturing KTM motorcycles out of Europe for the market in China and ASEAN. That is unheard of in a Philippine setting. Usually we import these things, and we built a nice partnership with them, and we're slowly building components of that motorcycle and making them in the Philippines and some of our other companies to cater to them. So it's an interesting new play. We're a mid-sized player in this sector, a fairly successful one, and we'd like to overweight a sector that's going through massive disruption in the world right now.
Right now, when you take a look at Southeast Asia, markets like Indonesia and Thailand are the ones dominating car production. Do you see the Philippines heading in that direction, competing against these two economies?
Well, we're making a play in that sector. They've been very successful countries. I think they will remain relevant. But all the plant and equipment they have today will have to be changed dramatically because the engine is changing dramatically, the chassis is changing, and electronics are driving things, not the original moving parts. Once upon a time, a car engine had over 2,000 parts. It has up to now. In the future, it'll have less than 100. It's a very big change, and the plant and equipment that existed in the past will have to be changed dramatically, not incrementally.
So you'll be looking to lead Southeast Asia in producing green cars?
Well, I wouldn't say looking to lead, looking to participate actively in that new shift. I'm sure other countries will do the same. It's just that we had built over the last decade and a half some fairly strong expertise in that sector. Many of our products out of our company, IMI, which is within the AC Industrial portfolio, with plants in Eastern Europe and the Philippines and China, have been supplying the automotive industry, for example, in Europe, Germany in particular, for many years now. We have some very strong relationships. And so those things take a lot of time to build up because quality standards in the automobile industry are very high. So it's an interesting new play for us.
So for green cars, when you say that you are looking to participate, when do you see yourself participating in a significant way?
Well, I think we're already participating in a significant way. So the car molding company we bought in Germany is really a tier one player and supplying the industry directly, made all the major names. In the display state, we're already a major supplier. And the electronics, we do a lot of the electronics, including cameras, that drive many of the cars you drive today. So I would consider ourselves already a major player. We just haven't had the capacity to piece together a car itself yet. But we're certainly a major player in supplying that shift that's taking place in the industry.
You talk about the potential in China. China recently came out to say that it will put a deadline on fossil fuel cars very soon.
Sure.
What kind of potential do you see in the Chinese market, especially given that there's a better relationship between the Philippines and China now?
Well, that relationship between the Philippines and China is an important one for a whole host of reasons. On the manufacturing, we've already been a player. We have a very strong relationship with, say, Huawei. They They've been a major supplier of our Globe Telecom in the Philippines for some time now. We're a new partner of Alipay, the only partner in the Philippines, and we're looking to work with them to basically develop the microfinance industry in the Philippines. So we have some big names that we're very proud to be working with already. Even in our energy field, we've been using subcontracting capabilities from China. We have 4 plants in China, basically feeding the telecom industry there. Many people don't know this. Belt and Road is the infrastructure play. The Philippines has been out of that, and we're looking at beginning to participate in this Belt and Road initiative of China and hope that the infrastructure will come to the Philippines. I think that new relationship we have with China is conducive to that. There's a lot of discussion about ports, roads, rails, with financing coming.
To participate in
very much so. We're part of that discussion. We have already participated in rail and roads in the Philippines, and why not do it with Chinese counterparts as well?
All right.